Hey guys, welcome to Spilling the Reality with Trisha and Kylie as we are here to talk about the amazing race, which starts tomorrow. And we don't have our normal tea mugs, we have our drinks tonight. So feel free to drink with us as we have a raw, uncensored take on everything going on the amazing race. We're going to talk about the cast, and at the end we're going to give our thoughts on who will win the season and who will lose go out first this season. Me and Kylie are very casual, very casual. Real quick, Kylie, let's just give our viewers a little background on our experience with Amazing Race. Like, when did
Like
you start watching?
I
How,
would
like, every
I would
season?
say no, I don't think I've probably watched every season, but I would say definitely like the last 7 or 8. Yeah, probably the last 7 or 8.
Okay, so let me tell y'all. When I was in high school, we had to in geography, my geography teacher made us watch The Amazing Race for extra credit, and
Oh,
I love
fun.
geography, but he was a super structured and strict teacher, and I was not a super structured student. And
Hmm.
so, like, just an example, like one of his assignments would be like he wanted us to be organized. He was like trying to prepare us for college. It was an AP class. And so he would be like, on August 31st, we took a test. What was the fifth word in question number 8 of this test? Yes, like, and these were
And
called like these were called like organized like binder checks,
hmm.
and it was a test grade.
Oh, okay, but you got to like flip back through it.
Right, which
You
but
didn't have
my
to
shit was
memorize
not
it.
ever organized.
Okay, well,
So
I'm
I'm
super
like
organized.
scrounging through my
So,
backpack, like
son of a bitch.
yeah, okay, so I say this because I relied on these Amazing Race tests pretty
Extra
much.
points.
Yes. So I watched The Amazing Race in high school, and that's pretty much when I started watching it. I started watching, like, Big Brother and Survivor way before, like,
Yeah.
middle school when it came out for me. But The Amazing Race, high school, I watched for extra credit, and now I just watch it, like, spotty. Every now and then I'll just catch an episode or watch a season, depending on,
Yeah.
what's on. So that's
Yeah, no,
that's our
I would
experience.
say that I've been, watching them pretty steady the last few years, but we're not by any means like going to be dropping names and like, oh, well, I remember this when they did this roadblock on season 8 because we're not going to know that. So,
Yeah, that's if you're here for that, you're in the wrong place. But if you're here for some really good, entertaining fun to talk about The Amazing Race and you want to chat with us because we are super interactive with our chat, you're in the right place. So looking forward to talking about all things The Amazing Race. So
all
how
right.
this is going to work is we're going to pop up the pictures of the cast, and we have their bios up and on our other screens, and we're going to kind of just we're not going to read them all, like read everything, because you guys of course can read yourself, but we're going to just digest some of what they've said, and we haven't read any of these prior to the show, so these are all completely raw
Raw
thoughts.
reactions,
Yeah,
y'all.
your first reactions of everything. Um, so we're super excited. Things we know. So we know that this was actually filmed in 2018.
Yeah.
So we're going to be time traveling a little bit to 2 years
So,
ago.
like, didn't they film the reality TV one after it and then they aired it before it?
Yeah,
So, like last year's that they showed with Janelle and Brittany,
that
they
was
filmed
really
in
like a
2019.
2019. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Okay.
that's my
Why?
understanding.
Why did they
This
put
one
this on
might
the
have
back
been
burner
more
for 2 years?
boring. Maybe this was a
Okay.
boring
Awesome.
season. Yeah, we don't know. CBS hasn't told us, but these
So,
we know it's a
I mean,
2018.
if these people have to sign like a non-disclosure, I mean, somebody's out there with $1 million. They've been sitting on it for 2 years.
Yeah,
So, I'm pretty certain if you look, you can probably find all the spoilers. Don't
s-
spoil us, okay?
we are wanting to stay spoiler free, at least through this show.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So this aired in 28, or this was filmed in 2018. So
Pre-COVID.
they probably have like flip phones and
They don't have to wear face masks
so
and,
long
just
ago.
throwing it back to the good old days before we were in the global pandemic.
Yeah, so
So,
when y'all see them in a crowd, don't judge. Don't judge.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go with team number one, and we're just going in order of what
Yellow
CBS
team.
yellow team. Um, Riley and Madison McKibben. For those listening, these are male players, and they are brothers.
So this is interesting. Like Riley and Madison. Because typically you think of those as girl names. And so at least if you're a boy and your mom's going to give you a girl name, at least you gave your brother one too.
Right. They are
Professional volleyball players.
they're 2 years apart. So I don't know which one is
I think that
which.
maybe the one on the left is Riley and the one on the right is Madison.
Okay, because Madison is the younger one.
Mhm.
Riley is 31 and Madison is 29.
Mhm.
So they have voluptuous beards. So just to go through their aesthetics really quick, they have voluptuous beards. Yes,
Very
Dragon
mountain
Monkey.
manny.
They have the same hairline. This hairline runs
Yeah,
deep in the
they're
McKibben family.
definitely related for sure.
And they're from Honolulu.
Uh,
So,
well, I mean, if you're going to be a beach volleyball player, that is probably where you want to be.
yeah, yeah. I think that you are either, in the tourist industry or a beach volleyball player,
Yeah.
If
And
that's what I would be if I lived in Honolulu.
absolutely, except I'm really bad at volleyball, so I probably wouldn't be a beach volleyball player. Um,
Um,
but
well,
anytime I hear the word volleyball, so before I quit to stay home with my child, I was a teacher and a coach, and I had a boss that, no lie, y'all, he called volleyball with a V, volleyball. And
so normally you
so,
hear it the other way, like volleyball,
yeah,
volley.
so volleyball. And so I can only say volleyball now.
Hmm.
That's just what I have to call it.
Okay. Well, I think Riley and Madison would not be happy with you
Put some
on
put some
that.
respect on my
Yeah,
sport.
disrespect. Um. Okay, so they're professional beach volleyball players, and interesting. I wonder what their height is. We don't get that on. I always get asked, "You played volleyball in high school, didn't you?" Because I'm tall for a female. I have super long arms, like Inspector
They
Gadget
still
arms,
keep going.
like never ending arms. I did not play volleyball because I'm not athletically coordinated. So I wonder what their height is. Because
Yeah, they look super tall, especially Madison
yeah,
or
we're
Riley,
going with
whichever one.
Madison.
Madison, okay? So yeah, they're really tall. How do you think they'll do on the show?
So they're athletic.
Yeah.
I think that they'll actually do pretty good.
Yeah, I think that they would do pretty good. I mean,
They're siblings, so
so
they know how. I mean, they'll probably argue, but like at the end of the day, they're still got each other's back.
right. Right. I think that they will probably do well. Um, do you think they're going to be ultra competitive?
Absolutely. Like
Absolutely.
competitive out of 10.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. So let's scroll through some of this. And y'all, if you were there for our morning show, I've been having some eye problems, but just for this show, I popped in my contact lens so I can see a little bit, and it's the best I felt in 3 days. So,
Cajun
um,
Reseller says y'all are skipping Bachelorette. No, we do not recap the Bachelorette. Lauren and Ryan do, and so that actually will be on right after we're done.
at like 9.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
let's see. So, what scares you most about traveling? Um, That's a boring answer. He says he worries about missing his connecting flight, which
Who
I
says
mean,
this? Which one of
um,
them?
Riley. So, what would you be most scared of in traveling?
What would I be most scared of?
Yeah, you travel
Um,
quite a bit.
I
So,
do.
like,
I travel quite a bit. I don't know. I love traveling, so it's not I'm never, like, really scared of anything, like, I'm not really scared of losing my luggage because I'm normally not traveling to, like, a third world country, like, I'm like, "Okay, well, wherever I go, like, I can
I
go to
can
get
buy
some
some stuff.
clothes." Yeah, like, whatever. My luggage has been lost before and,
Mhm.
did what I had to do. I'm normally, like, physically is what scares me is, like, the plane crashing or, like,
Yeah.
you know, a Sully situation where some birds get sucked in the
We're gonna be
engine.
landing in the Hudson, y'all.
Yeah, or like, Southwest Airlines where the engine blows up and the window gets cracked open. Like, I refuse to sit behind the engine on a plane. That would be a problem for me on the Amazing Race because they're just like, get whatever ticket you can and get on the airplane the first one. And I'd be
You'd be
like,
like, "Oh, no. Well, we're gonna take the second flight
I need
because
to be at the front.
I need
Okay,
to be at the
because
front of the plane."
because Riley and Madison over here, they might get hit by a particle, but Trisha and Kylie are not. We're gonna sit at the front of the plane and we're definitely gonna make it there.
So Madison says that what scares him most about traveling is getting sick the day you land in a new country. Y'all, like, I don't think that it would scare me to get sick the day that I land. I think my biggest fear on traveling would be to be in a foreign country and to get sick and have to be in the hospital there. That would be
Yeah.
really scary. Like, not knowing what they're like, especially if they don't speak English, and that would not be well for me.
Yeah. And they're just like I mean, like processes are different, you
Yeah.
know. So,
And I
yeah,
mean, I
um
have I have weird things happen to me, like my eye injury, and this kind of stuff happens to me all the time. So I would definitely probably end up hospitalized in a foreign country. I feel confident.
can we also talk about that Riley and Madison run a production company together and they have a YouTube channel.
Hey guys,
So y'all I
Riley
wanna
Madison, y'all want to be friends?
we will link their YouTube channel because I'm interested to see what they're like.
Yeah. So
So,
we can get a little preview before tomorrow.
yeah. So, okay.
All
Well,
right.
I think that they'll do good. I think they'll do good. Um,
Look pretty solid.
yeah. Yeah.
So,
Just looking over their questions. One of their okay, so they ask Riley 3 words to describe you, and he says 3 nouns of coffee, wine, or he says 2 nouns, coffee, wine, and then he says happy.
okay,
So,
so adjectives are hard, but typically those are descriptive words. So wine, coffee,
is a person, place, or thing.
yeah. Um, alcohol.
All right. That takes us to our next cast members, Will and James, and they are dating.
Now, wouldn't this be fun if their names were Will and Grace?
It would be, but he is a boy.
Yeah, I
So,
know, but
we don't know which one's which.
well, okay, so let's look at this. Will
Let's
is
make guesses.
30. He's from Nederland, Texas, which is like due south of us, right?
Yes.
Like around Beaumont. So
Yes.
hometown kid here.
And James is from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Now, which one of these look like they're from Texas?
Okay, let me look. If I'm just looking at the picture,
I'm going
I
with the
feel
tall
like
blonde.
no, I feel like the short one because he looks a little more comfortable in his bandana. Like maybe he's been to a dude ranch.
No, I can't wait to see the show because I disagree. Y'all chat, take note. Me and Kylie disagree
Why do you
here
think the blonde one is?
because he just looks like his name is Will and he looks like oh, are we not sharing? I'm sorry guys. Y'all get on to us. Okay. So the tall blonde I think is from Texas. Kylie thinks it's the short brunette. I don't know. He just looks like he's from Texas.
Mhm.
I'm just going with that.
I just feel like I feel like the brunette wears his bandana a little better, like he's visited a dude ranch. Seafrick says that Will is blonde, so you're right. Okay, well, anyway.
Thanks.
Anyways, you win this round. So
Nothing
okay,
new.
well, hey, if we would have done a little preview, what scares you most about traveling? First of all, I'm 6'6", so yes, Will is definitely the blonde. 6'6", wow. So he's really tall, and James is probably not short. I mean, he's only like 4 inches shorter than him.
Yeah, I mean
So
he's 6'2". So
yeah, so they're both a
holy crap.
whole lot of man,
That's a lot. So
and he's
James, what scares you most about traveling? Visiting countries that are dangerous for LGBT travelers, losing my passport, or not being in control of my environment, like lost taxi drivers or transportation delays. And yeah, I mean, not the LGBT part because obviously like I am a straight female, but that would be worrisome, and that's something that,
yeah,
like, we don't have to think about as, straight. It's something we have to think about as females, but, yeah, I mean, hopefully they don't run into any encounters like that.
yeah.
Rooting for our
Um,
Texas fam here.
Yeah, so Will says that because he's 6'6", that flying on an airplane is not the most comfortable, and if there's a leg on the race that requires us to sleep on a plane and I don't get enough quality sleep, I won't be in good shape. I'm also terrified of taxis. Will is definitely from Texas. I should have read all of his bio because I mean,
We don't have
we
taxis
don't
here.
have taxis here. Seriously.
We just ride our horses and cows, y'all.
Right. So
Um,
how far would we have to drive to see a taxi?
at
In
least 3
Texas.
hours. I mean, well, there are
Probably
taxis in
like
Dallas.
Tyler. And
I
well,
don't know,
Tyler's got taxis.
maybe. Anyways, Dragon
So
Monkey says the
at
first name
least
is
like
gonna
3
be the
hours.
person on the left, so we'll just
That's
go
what
with
I was
that.
going with
We'll go with that
at first.
theory.
But anyways.
Alright, so, these 2 are Will is from Texas and James is from Michigan, and James is an event coordinator and social media manager, and Will is a public health specialist and dance teacher. So, you know what? There are some dance competitions that are on The Amazing
Yeah.
Race,
He
and
might be good at that.
he he might be good at that. Yeah, Dragon Monkey, wow, terrified of taxis on The Amazing Race. Sick idea. Little odd because you definitely have to ride taxis in probably the most scary way. Like,
Yeah,
I
like in
did
a little tut-tut. Is that what they're called?
I don't know, but they did all I think about in taxis is the season they were in, like, Beijing, and there's, like, no red lights there, and they just, like, drive, 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 and they honk, 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 and that sounds extremely terrifying.
Yeah, awful.
So they're just probably gonna be screaming the entire time they're on the ground.
Yeah. Whew. Okay. You got anything
So,
else? What do you think? How do you think they're gonna do?
well, they're dating, so it could definitely be an interesting dynamic. I wonder how long that they have been dating because I mean, they're really gonna learn a lot about each other on
Yeah.
here. And we sometimes see dating couples not do so good. And we
Yeah.
sometimes see them like get engaged on the show. And so it just will they'll learn a lot about each
It
other.
says that they've been together for 5 years. So
Okay,
they're not like newly together. So
yeah. Um I think they'll do okay.
yeah.
They
I don't
seem
think they're gonna
athletic
go out
enough.
first, but I don't think that there are winners.
Yeah. I agree with that assessment. All
All
right.
right. So
Let's
Team Purple.
Team Purple.
Ryan
Purple's my
51
favorite
says, I
color.
haven't even seen a taxi in my city. I don't even live in a city. So we definitely don't have taxis out here.
Yeah. It's way more common for us to see a tractor going down the road than it
Oh,
is a
absolutely. Or a horse
taxi.
itself.
Yeah. All right. So next we have Gary Barnage and
Deangelo.
Deangelo Williams.
Okay, so without knowing who they are, I'm going to go with Deangelo being on the left and not on the right.
you okay, wait. First of all, you don't know who Deangelo Williams is?
Like the actual Deangelo Williams.
This is the actual Deangelo Williams.
Okay, so Dragon Monkey, your theory's out the window.
Yeah,
Here we go.
it's no
Deangelo Williams.
longer. The first name is not on the left. That is not Gary. When I think of Gary, I think of the SpongeBob snail.
Oh, I don't really have anyone that I think of.
Okay, Deangelo Williams. Obviously, like this is a pretty big name for the Amazing Race to get.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, but
like
they've had some big names before with
they
like
have,
basketball
but
players
I think
and
this is probably the biggest name they've had. Like out of like the reality TV show, like just on a regular season.
yeah.
So
This one doesn't count. One is behind the other. Um,
they're all like that.
yeah, I definitely think that D'Angelo's on the left, Gary's on the right. So
All right, so Gary's from Middleburg, Florida. He is 34. He
is a former
retired.
NFL player.
Yes, retired from the NFL and now works on his own nonprofit American Football Without Barriers organization. And he played for the Carolina Panthers and the Cleveland Browns. And then we have Deangelo, who is 37, from Charlotte, North Carolina. He retired from the NFL, played 9 years for the Carolina Panthers and 2 years for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. So old teammates, they're used to working together, but how well do you think they're going to do?
I think they're
Because,
going to be super competitive. They're not,
yeah,
like elderly. When
right.
I say elderly, I mean like, sometimes we get these like old,
Yeah.
like Rupert or like like they're just old stars.
See, okay. There was some basketball players a couple years ago, not the Globetrotters, but y'all help me out. Someone who said that they watched all the seasons twice. There was a couple basketball players that, and they weren't that old. Like
But how well did they do?
terrible. They
Well,
did terrible. It was like a year or two ago.
do you think that people are going to turn like you turn these people because they're like, oh, you know, they are already
They're rich,
wealthy. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Mm.
maybe, unless they're like
Ryan
really,
51
really
says
nice.
they're going all the way.
Hot take.
I
Who's
don't
the
think
winner
they go
pick here?
first. They definitely don't go first.
Yeah, Cedric and Sean. That's what it was.
I don't think
Not
they go
Flat Time
first.
and Big Easy because they no, the Globetrotters were good, but yeah, Cedric and Sean, and they were in terrible shape for being professional athletes. So
Well, these guys look like
they
they're in
like
pretty good
gassed
shape.
out.
Okay. Also,
Yeah.
I think of the competition where they had to ride bikes with the baskets.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that? And that was like a
Yeah.
torturous comp. And so, they're big and bulky, but I think they could handle like
Yeah.
strength type competitions.
Yeah.
The directions, I don't know about, but listen, this is my favorite response of all of the cast bios. D'Angelo's asked, what describe what you do. And most people on this answer, let me just give you Gary's. So, Gary, describe what you do. FWB brings 15 plus NFL players overseas and puts on free football camps for children, men, and women. We also visit charities and take in the cultures of the different countries we visit. We just finished our 8th international camp. D'Angelo's asked the same question. Also, his bio is like this short. Um, and they say, describe what you do. And he says, I'm a badass car rider line parent.
That's so funny.
He's
So there
so
he is,
good at the car rider line.
picking up his kids.
As a parent, we all hate that line.
Yeah. So that's
That's
funny.
so good.
And
So
then
I'm
three
rooting for
words,
them.
three words to describe you: a natural winner. So there you
I
go,
like
guys.
it. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think they're
rooting
going
for
to do
them. I think
good.
it's gonna be fun.
I think they'll do good. I just don't think they're going to win. Like, I do think they get far. I think that they get along, and I think they don't argue a lot, and I think they're like, "Oh, like, I'll do the competition." Like, sometimes
Yeah,
you get teams that argue about, comps, but yeah, um, I think they'll do fine.
yeah. Same.
Um, Deangelo does say his favorite hobbies are hunting, riding bikes, and running 5K. So obviously he's still in shape.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at him. He looks like he's
Yeah,
in shape.
yeah. So I think they're going to be a fun team. Fun. They're the team fun this season.
You think they're gonna be making up raps?
I hope so.
Getting Phil to rap on the mat with them?
I hope so because that was one of my favorite. I love team fun. I what show were they on before that?
The Amazing Race.
No, they were on another show. They were on
They were on
Amazing
the
Race.
Amazing Race.
Oh, it's like
And then they
separate
came back. No, they
as
were on the
partners.
blind date one where they got put together and they were strangers
That's right.
and then they got asked back for the reality TV version one.
Well, I love them. I'm team fun here. All
Okay.
right. So
Moving on.
next we have Nathan Worthington and Cody Buell. I'm probably saying this wrong, but it's
Yeah.
Buell.
Well. Well.
Well, sounds like a
Well.
sound effect,
Yeah, it's like a
like a
noise.
vomit sound effect. Blow, blow.
It's not an actual word, it's just a sound. Well.
Is anyone having as much fun as we are? Or just us? Okay, that's cool. Um, so Nathan and Cody, who are in orange and brown, let me share them over here. Share.
They are BFFs.
They look like they play for the Cleveland Browns.
They do. So maybe they're going to be fans.
Yeah, maybe they're fans of Deangelo and Gary.
Yeah, so they're BFFs. I feel like the one in Brown looks familiar. What's he do?
No.
Who is that?
Okay. I think
Okay, well, one of them's a lazy
Cody.
boy manufacturer. The other
Okay.
one
In
is,
brown, we have Cody. I'm going with Cody's in brown.
well,
He's from Paint Lick, Kentucky.
Paint Lick, Kentucky. Gosh darn it.
Age 33, occupation environmental and sustainability manager. Nathan in orange is 39 from Dayton, Tennessee. Current occupation lazy boy manufacturing. Hell yeah.
That would be a pretty good job. Like, you get tired, you sit down, you take a nap,
Dragon
test out the
Monkey says, I
chairs.
wish you well. I like how you use that in a sentence.
Yeah,
And Dawn says, are they brothers?
and
No.
they're besties.
They are from, it's always a joke of the South. Like they could possibly be brothers. We just don't know because
Or cousins.
they're cousins. I don't know. But according to their bios, they do not know of them being related. They do look like they could be related though. In some ways.
Oh, Dawn said that her cousin's from Paint Lit. It's not Paint Lit, it is Paint Lick. Like you lick an ice cream cone. Paint
Like
Lick?
you lick paint. Y'all don't lick paint where y'all
Yeah.
are from?
Well, in Kentucky, we do.
All right, so Nathan in orange says that describe what you do. Manufacture furniture.
That's good.
Cody Buell,
Well,
describe what you do. Sustainability initiatives, safety and environmental compliance. I do what I love, which is to care for people and the environment. So they seem like a pretty fun group. What scares Cody and Brown about traveling? Um, that I will miss a flight or somehow lose sight of Nathan. Well, if Nathan's in orange the whole time, you're good.
yeah.
But maybe Nathan could be in brown. We just don't know.
Yeah. So, anyways, the one from Paint Lick doesn't want to lose his friend.
I can't take this seriously. Um, Dragon Monkey says, "Oh my God, Paint Lick is the most Western name. It really is. That is."
So, what is the most country name of a town that you know of?
So
You
I
can't
used
say Paint Lick.
okay. So I used to think Bowling Green,
Yeah.
Kentucky sounded really country, but like knowing Bowling Green is actually a super wealthy part and prominent area of Kentucky, it just sounds very.
Yeah.
But Paint Lick
So,
beats that.
yeah, we got a town not far from us, y'all, and it's called Uncertain.
Yeah,
Where are you? Uncertain.
yeah, we do.
That's a pretty country one.
It is very country. So, all right. Um,
Down the
so
rabbit trail we
let's
go.
talk about their hobbies really quick. So Cody and Brown.
You keep mixing up the colors, I think.
Do I?
Yeah. Like you
Cody's
started
and Brown.
anyways, whichever one.
Um, one of them. Their favorite hobbies. Cody's hobbies are noodling, which he says
Yeah.
in parentheses,
Yeah, that's because do y'all know what noodling is?
catching fish by hand, which
So
means you
yeah,
put your hand in their mouth.
down into the water in the lake or the river, and whoop, you let that sucker bite onto your arm and you catch it.
Yeah,
A big old fish.
your
Look it up.
hand is
You have to
practically
be
like the bait.
you have to be insane to go noodling.
That's like nothing I'm interested
That
in.
is so country. They are so country. Okay,
They
I
are.
love
I
them.
cannot wait to
I
hear their
love
accent.
them. I just hope they have the cutest little accents.
I do too.
I like
Nathan
them.
says, "What scares you most about traveling?" He says, "Nothing." And his favorite hobbies also include noodling, hunting, hiking with my family.
Well, I love them.
So they seem pretty athletic. I hate to be stereotypical, but how do we think they're going to be with directions?
Well, probably the one that's the environmental one. He might be one with nature.
I mean, you
And
can love the trees, but not know shit about the North Star, okay?
but either way, I like them, okay? Go
All
Nathan
right.
and Cody.
Do they win?
I hope so.
Absolutely not. They
They're
do
my
not.
favorites as of right now.
They do not win. They I don't think they go out first. I do think they go out early. So I'm sorry,
No, you take
Kylie.
it back.
All right,
We
sorry.
haven't even looked at everyone.
I know, but sorry. Um okay. Dawn says they're going to be good with directions, bad with interpretations.
Right. Well, whenever they get to the one that's like, okay, say this in
Like
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, well, Hong
Why y'all
Ching.
ta dee da
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that would be like us trying
And they're
to
not going to
speak
get
a
it at
foreign
all.
language because we
They're
would
going to drag
struggle.
out all of it. Oh, okay, wait. Before we get on to our next couple or our next team, Sunshine Breeze says, my parents live between Boone, Michigan and Harrietta, Michigan, population less than 200. That's a pretty
That's a
country
country
name.
name. Like, yeah,
Um,
that's a country name.
all right.
And Henrietta's country too.
Yeah, went to school with a Henrietta. Oh, I didn't mean to stop sharing.
Okay, so this is our next one, and they are married parents. Oh, they are so cute.
They are cute.
Um, Hung and Chi.
Yes, Hung
They're
and
from
Chi.
Houston. They're from
They're
they're from Houston.
Heck yeah. Well, we're cheering for y'all automatically. You're from Texas. We Texans supporting Texans.
Yeah.
Um, from Houston. They seem very smart. Okay, because Chi,
Their occupations are financial planning and analysis.
yes, and professional development coach.
Yeah.
Like,
So they seem like
obviously,
they've got it together.
they've got their freaking shit together.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're probably millionaires, have their life together, everything's planned out. Um, describe what you do. Chi says, I run the budgeting and forecasting process to ensure my company achieves its profit targets. And Hung says, I turn potential into promotions. And I feel like that is a slogan on a poster.
Right. Well, I mean that could be like a life motto right there for real.
MLB Joey
Get it
says,
get it
fourth
printed on a
place for
t-shirt.
these guys.
Oh, I don't I mean they're looking kind of good. We haven't looked at anybody else, but Yeah, they look pretty solid. Um,
Seems smart, but how good will they be with
so
physical challenges? Let's talk about their
Chi
hobbies.
Chi says that he likes to play tennis and binge watch shows with his wife. So,
Okay, well, Hung
and
says,
he won a pizza eating challenge for eating 5 pounds of pizza in 60 minutes. Wow.
well, he's gonna be great at the eating competitions then because they do have to eat very quickly on the Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Um, well, Hung says that her hobbies are cuddling with her dog, trying new foods, and practicing mindfulness. Like I feel like these are very
I
like just
love
well put
them.
together Zen people. Like I feel like they're just gonna be like, yeah, like okay, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it. Instead of like, I don't feel like there's gonna be a lot of arguing, even
Yeah.
though they're a couple, which we see a lot with couples.
Yeah, I think that they're going to be really. Oh, and they said that they never went on a honeymoon. This is the ultimate honeymoon. Oh, I just love them. They are so cute.
They are
So,
cute. Definitely cheering for them. 3 words to describe Hung. She is sharp, resilient, and compassionate. 3 words to describe Chi. Laid back, trusting, and athletic. They seem like the perfect
there you go.
couple. I mean,
Athletic. They're going to win.
yeah. So, yeah, and I see these guys getting into alliances with everyone. I agree. I think that they could be, you
Like
know,
everybody's best friend.
yeah, I think
Mom and
like
dad.
people are gonna want to align with them. Like they're gonna be kind and not U-turning everybody, and I agree. I think they're gonna be okay. Oh, Dawn says, "Oh, they're gonna snap." Now that would be quite the change of
Shocker.
plans. Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah. Okay,
Moving on. The
moving
next
on
the next
to
team. Kaylin and Haley, they are sisters wearing white, and they are from Bluffton, South Carolina, and they are both real estate agents. Oh, so they are probably twins, 30 and 31. They are not twins. They're a year apart.
they could okay, y'all, I have twins and my
Right.
goal I have twins that were born in December and I was like, maybe if I make it to January, like one will be born in 2018 and one will be born in
That would
2019.
be so awesome.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be so cool.
It was my
Um,
goal.
but we
Okay.
didn't make
Well,
it.
they're not twins, but they're sisters. Are they
And
sisters?
yep, they're sisters. They're both real estate agents in Bluffton, South Carolina. So, um, there you go. CBS likes
Um,
their blonde real estate agents.
yes.
Janelle on Big
Janelle.
Brother, the
Yeah.
Williams sisters on The Amazing Race.
It's late. I'm sorry if y'all hear my kids. But like I
Is
said,
it okay?
I have twin boys. Um, okay. 3 words to describe you. Kaylin says positive, ambitious, and outgoing. Haley says outgoing, kind, and determined.
Okay, so they seem nice. I just kind of feel like they're going to get lost and they're going to go out first. That's just what I'm feeling.
I'll be right back. Let me go check on this kid real quick. You got this. I'll be right
Yes,
back.
so Dragon Monkey agrees with me and says, "Hey, I think these are going to be the first boots." And I just kind of agree with that. Like they look really nice. They look like if they got established into the game, maybe they could do okay, but I just see them getting lost in like Los Angeles and never making it to the airport. Russell, I love the sisters. So they are really, really cute. They're 30 and 31. Way cuter than Christmas. So it says they now have their own. Ooh, okay. See Frick out there trying to pull in some spoilers. They now have their own real estate agency. So they must have gone far. So maybe they're the winners and they're use their million to set up their own real estate agency. So let's see. Maybe they'll do well. Ryan, 51, you think that they could do good. Um, Dawn, you say you don't think they'll cry and get someone to help them. Yeah, I mean, they definitely have that potential because they are, young, pretty girls that there could be somebody, um, you know, somebody wants to help them out and join up with them, and there you go. Patrice calling me out for stereotyping them as dumb blondes. Laugh out loud. No, I'm not stereotyping them as dumb blondes because there's plenty of really smart blondes. I just feel like they might could get lost. Not because they're blonde, just because they're young. I'm really bad with directions and I'm not blonde. I'm terrible with directions, y'all. Like, I have lived in the same place for 12 years and I still get lost. I said that I'm from the country, so when I go to town to do errands and like go to the grocery store, I will get lost and I have to turn maps on my phone so that I can find my way back. So, I'm not throwing any shade at them. I would definitely be the type that is lost. So, yeah, let me see what else about them. So, they say that what scares you most about traveling? Losing my passport. That's a really common answer. Luckily, they're not going to let you just stay lost in a foreign country, so that's good. Um, the other sister says, I love traveling so much. Fear typically isn't a part of that equation, but I suppose if I had to pick something, losing my phone or wallet would be pretty scary. That would suck. Pretty bad. Um, and they ask them, what country and place would you most like to visit and why? So let's talk about this. Where would y'all most want to visit? Because I have not ever traveled out of the country, so I have like a really long list of places I'd want to go. One of the sisters says that she would like to go to Africa because of the culture and the monkeys. Oh, and the animals, sorry. And Costa Rica for the monkeys, beaches, and yoga. And the other sister says she would want to go to Croatia, that she thinks it'd be a beautiful place to visit. So, like, I would want to go to Greece. You always see those pictures of all the white buildings and the really pretty water. So, I could get on board for Greece, or I've always wanted to go to Italy. So, I think I'd probably want to go visit Europe.
Hey.
Hey, we're talking about where you'd most like to visit. What country?
Mm. Me?
Russell says
What
this is
country?
his Dumbass Girls Alliance.
Yeah. I would. They're gonna play that stereotype for sure. I think. Okay. Where would I like to? What country? I don't know. Like, it's kind of cold right now. Like, I would love to go somewhere tropical, like St. Thomas or something. Um, but just to like travel and explore, probably Europe. Honestly,
Yeah,
Ireland,
I said Greece
Germany.
and Italy. Like that's
Yeah,
where I would want to go.
yeah,
Like Nice.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, take me somewhere along in there.
yeah. Okay. Do
So,
you need me to
yeah.
stop sharing them? I don't know how much
Yeah.
you said. I couldn't
Yeah.
hear while I was away.
We're
Okay.
done. We're done with the sisters.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Said all I
Sorry.
could say about them. We're fine. Next up,
Um,
Jerry and Frank. Father and
Jerry and
son.
Frank.
Team Blue.
Blue team. All right. So we have Jerry and Frank. And I
Hmm.
think I like this dynamic. Okay. First of all,
Would
um,
you be able to travel with your parents?
so like, me and my mom are really close,
Mhm.
but we do not, we don't have like the same sleeping arrangements. Like, just example, like I like it to be freezing cold with the fan on. She likes it not to be. She likes the TV to be on. I do not. So just some examples um where we don't get along. So I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
This would be this would be tough.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm thinking about with my parents. no kidding, one time went to Vegas with my whole family and I stayed with my parents and I had to go into the bathroom and cry because my dad snored so loud and I could not sleep and it was so miserable. And so I just like went into the bathroom and shut the door and cried. So I could not travel with my father for sure because that would be bad. And we are so much alike. We're both so hard-headed. We would definitely fight. There's no way. No way I could travel with my dad. I might could travel with my mom, but probably not.
Like when you have to make decision, like things get really stressful.
Yeah.
Um, and like it would be tough. I think it would be the most tough
Mhm.
traveling with a parent.
Right.
Um,
I agree.
or if any family member, to be honest. Yeah, and like whenever I travel with my mom, I like have to bring an eye mask and earplugs because I cannot stand to hear or see anything. Like I need it to be completely dark. I don't want to hear anything except a fan.
Yeah.
And she's the opposite.
Yeah.
So that would be tough. And if you're not getting sleep, you're not going to get along.
Right. Yeah.
So
That would be rough. So Frank is the son. He's 25 and they're from Louisville, Kentucky, and he is in luxury car sales. Hi,
um,
Frank. I need a new
do
car.
do you? I don't know how close Louisville is to Paint Lick,
There's
but
a lot of Southerners. I
they
mean,
might make
we
friends.
got several from Texas, quite a few with Kentucky and Tennessee. So this is the Southern version.
Yeah. So yeah, Frank, who
Oh, and
is
he sells
obviously
his
the
cars to
son.
NBA and NFL players. So like maybe he's hooked up with old Deangelo and Gary back there.
Yeah. Um, Frank is the son, by the way. I don't know if we said this. Frank is
Yeah.
the son and Jerry is the dad. Again, poking holes in Dragon Monkey's theory. But anyway, Frank looks really familiar. Like he looks like a celebrity, like a singer, like maybe like Little
Which one?
Rodeo.
The son? Yeah, he does look kind of.
Frank, yeah, the
Several
son.
of these people look kind of familiar. So,
Like the theme is doppelgangers.
yeah,
Really though, y'all, there's not the theme is like all it's like what um like
I don't know. What is the theme?
shit. They said it on Instagram. Um the theme is like newcomers or fresh start or something
Fresh
along
faces.
yeah, something along that those lines. Anyway, so Frank is a luxury car salesman. Do you think he sold a
Yeah.
Tesla to Bailey and Swaggy?
Oh, maybe. But they're living in Missouri, so I don't think they probably traveled to Kentucky to buy their Tesla, but you never know. I mean, how many Tesla dealerships are there?
I don't know. There's probably a lot, honestly. It's
I
2020.
don't know because Tesla is not in my price range.
We don't have Teslas here either because there's not
Yeah.
places to plug them in. So,
Right. No.
another thing, taxis and Teslas are just things that don't exist here in our part of the world.
Yeah.
Um,
Teslas, taxis. Uh-uh.
paint
No,
licks.
no high-end vehicles.
um,
Yeah, you're
so
much more likely to find a paint lick than a Tesla.
Frank says, describe what you do. I work and sell luxury vehicles, ton of people, like you said, but three words to describe you: outgoing, driven, and charismatic. And, being a salesperson on The Amazing
Yeah.
Race could really work out for you. Like, honestly, he'd probably be really good at Big Brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
kind of like him, so
I like him too, and I like this dad son thing. Like I'm digging it. I feel like they're
so
gonna be a strong
let's
dynamic.
talk about dad here. So
Let's talk about
Jerry,
Jerry.
Jerry Lee, he is 61 years old and he is the host of
And
Eve's
looks a
Sports.
solid 40.
Yeah, he looks really young. The host of Eve's Sports Radio and the athletic director slash men's basketball coach at Simmons College of Kentucky. So he's obviously athletic too. So even though he's a little bit older, I think that he might be able to hold up against the young bucks.
I think so too. And him being a manager, organizer, he is a coach. and handles student athletes. So I think, I mean, he's gonna be great. He's gonna be a mentor to his son.
Mhm.
His son obviously respects him. Like, there's no way you come on this show, no,
Yeah.
like with like me and my dad aren't close, and I would not go on a show like Amazing Race with him. Like,
Yeah.
there's just not that like estranged relationship. Um, I think they're gonna go far.
Yeah.
Have I said everyone's gonna go far?
Yeah, except for the girls, the blonde
The
girl.
girls, yeah. Oh, and the guys.
Dawn throwing shade on old Jerry Lee for being a little older,
No
athletic,
worries, his
but
son
his
can
knees
do
are
those
bad.
comps. His son can do those comps.
Yeah.
The hard part about Amazing Race is they have to switch back and forth on comps, and like
Yeah.
so it's just like this like never ending. Is that makes the dynamic a little bit hard because it's like, well, you don't know what the next comp is going to be. Um, yeah, I bet he has strong ass knees, Dawn. Okay,
Wow.
don't talk shit about his knees, Jerry. Don't talk about Jerry's knees like that. He says, in what do you hope to accomplish by doing the Amazing Race? And Jerry says that this is a lifelong dream of his to bond with his son. And I just think that is the sweetest thing ever.
Yeah, that is so sweet. So, nice little father son bonding moment. And yeah,
Yeah, so I think they're going to go far. I'm excited to see them and their dynamic on the show. Really quick before we move to the next cast member, Frank says, "What do you hope by accomplishing? What do you hope by accomplish? What do you hope to accomplish in running the Amazing Race?" And he says, "From running this race, I hope to strengthen an already tight bond with my father, as well as show him has raised a great and capable young man. He is the best father I could have ever asked for, and I want to give back by showing him his work did happen in vain or go unnoticed." So, um,
yeah,
yeah,
that's like all you could want from your child. So,
so I'm just excited to see this dynamic. So,
yeah,
rooting for them from Louisville, Kentucky, Frank and Jerry, blue team, doing great things.
yeah.
Showing us father son dynamic that we've always wanted to see. All right, that takes us to siblings, Aparna and Eswar. Hope we're saying this right. Siblings from Berkeley, California.
All right, so we got our first really non-Southern team. So,
Yes, I'm
let me
trying to
pull up
pop them
their
up for
picture
y'all.
here. Yeah. Okay. Aparma and Eswar.
All right.
Eswar sounds like Esquire.
Yeah. Aparna, because I think I was saying Aparna. I'm sorry. Aparna, age 26, from Berkeley, California, occupation engineer entrepreneur. Eswar is age 24, from Fremont, California, current occupation software engineer and entrepreneur. So obviously they're very smart.
Yeah. Wow. Um, Russell wants to know, Dragon Monkey, why aren't you a patron? Come join the fun
You won't
and
regret
be a
it.
part of our team.
We love Dragon Monkey. I follow Dragon Monkey, or we follow Dragon Monkey on Instagram, and he's just amazing. He's an amazing chatter. So, okay, so they obviously are going to be very smart. Name 3 words to describe you. Aparna says friendly, adventurous, and ambitious. And Eswar says impulsive, fast learner, and empathetic. The impulsive part is what's concerning about me. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
you not only know this about yourself, but you
Yeah.
said it, like that is what you are, but you said it in your interview.
Yeah. And I like that Aparna also says, do we know, is Aparna, which one?
I think Aparna is the female.
Okay. So Aparna says that sorry if that's not a Parna. That
Yes, she is this.
yeah,
She is
okay, yep,
because
I
she
just
said
saw.
she wants
Yeah.
to spend time with her brother. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That she loves game hosting board game nights that involve lying and of course watching CBS reality TV shows. I feel like I could be best friends with her. I love playing board games and it's always good if you can tell a little fib in there.
Yeah, and siblings have these like lifelong relationships. Okay, me and my brother would absolutely not be able to do the Amazing Race together. We would fight the whole time. Like, we definitely don't fight as much as we did when we were kids, but we would definitely fight the whole time about who's right and who's wrong.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like, do we go this way or this way? Do we do this challenge or this challenge? So, I'm always interested in seeing that with a sibling dynamic.
Yeah.
Um, what excites you most about traveling? Aparna says trying new cuisine. She's a big foodie. So yeah, this is exciting.
So, would you eat lots of weird foods when you traveled, Trisha?
Um, I will literally eat anything. I can't really think of like the weirdest food I've ever eaten. I will just eat whatever. Like I will really eat anything at
Same.
least once.
Same.
There's nothing I'm like, I'm not gonna eat that. I mean, like, okay, on Survivor when they do the food challenges or they
Yeah.
have to eat like a bug, I'm kind of like, I don't know. Like if it has a
Yeah.
face, that's a little weird to me. Um, if
So
it's
when I was in
crunchy,
college, they were like hosting this thing, like cuisines from around the world. And in one of the countries, I don't even remember which one, sorry y'all, but you could eat bugs. And so I ate a worm, okay? That was adventurous enough for me. My roommate ate a beetle. Could you eat a
ugh,
beetle?
no. What kind of worm did you eat? Because
It
like,
was
was it
it
like
was
a grub worm or
it
like
was
a?
no, it was like it was dead and it honestly it tasted like a funyun.
Okay, it was crunchy,
Yeah, it was crunchy and it was
salted.
little. Yeah, it was really salty. So, anyways, I've eaten a worm and I've eaten an elephant.
You've eaten elephant.
Hmm.
I don't feel like that's legal. Is that legal?
I ate some elephant jerky.
Oh,
I don't know if it's
you
legal or not.
evil, cruel person.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So those
Okay.
are the two craziest things
Well,
I've eaten.
I'll eat anything.
Yeah, same.
Just once. If I
Dragon
throw
Monkey
up, I
says,
throw up.
"What are their names? Their names are." Sorry, I gotta scroll back up.
It's Armont. Sorry.
Aparna and Eswar.
Yes.
Aparna is
Dina,
the
Dina
sister.
Karan.
Eswar is the brother.
Yeah. So they're brother and sister. I think they're gonna be really smart. I'm worried about just from my personal fears of arguing with my sibling. It says what well, they don't get the question of what are you most nervous
Yeah.
about?
Oh, well, one they say, "What do you hope to accomplish by running the Amazing Race with your partner?" And the brother, sorry, I really already forgot his name. Hopefully, we can learn to work better together and understand how to deal with each other's flaws. So I feel like this is going to be a really dysfunctional team. Like I think they could be fun and maybe start some fights with some people because they like lying and you know they're really out there. So I think they could be really fun, but I'm pretty worried about them.
Yeah. Yeah, I they'll do okay, but I think they're gonna go pretty early.
Yeah.
Just from like bickering.
Yeah. Same.
That's
But
my
since they
prediction.
like other CBS shows, maybe we get a crossover. Maybe we see them pop up in Big Brother or something.
Survivor.
Yeah. So
Especially since
it's never
they
gonna
like to
happen.
eat, yeah, like weird
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Okay. That
So
takes us
moving
to
on. Alana and Leo. And they are dating.
yes. So, let's go with aesthetics. We haven't been judging aesthetics very well, and Russell's been here judging the aesthetics for us. All right, aesthetics. What do we think of
So
their aesthetics?
just
What do
by
they
looking
look
at
like?
them, they obviously look like some hipster nerds, like
Mhm.
you.
I only have
Just
these.
teasing.
So y'all,
I'm
I
just
had
teasing
I
you.
had LASIK surgery. I don't wear glasses for prescription, but these are blue light glasses to because my eyes are so sensitive and I look at computers all day for work and then
Yeah,
we're
I'm just giving
here
you a
and
hard
so
time.
yeah. So Kylie, while you're over here talking shit to me,
Love
just know
you.
it's a real problem. So Dragon Monkey says Leo is definitely on the right.
Dragon Monkey has this nailed. Completely
Okay,
figured out.
so Lana's in the green shirt, Leo's over here, and yeah, they're from Massachusetts. 29 and 31. Um, Occupation, Alana is an internal communications associate at the Broad Institute of MIT and Harvard.
Okay. Ron
Holy
hit the
shit.
nail on the head, okay? Like, this girl gets her Harvard sweatshirts for real.
Legitimate, okay? Leo is a senior healthcare data analyst. They're obviously geniuses.
Yeah, for
Whoa.
sure. So good for
Um,
them.
they might not be hippies. Maybe they're just minimalist. Like they're just super smart, minimalist,
Okay,
and
they're gonna do good. That's my guess. I think they're so smart, and they look like they're pretty athletic. So, yeah, I think that they're going to do well. I think we've said that about almost everybody.
yeah, we okay. At the end of this, we've really got to give a better.
At the end, for Big Brother, we're like, oh, they all suck. We don't like any of them.
They're all
Amazing
going
Race, we're
home
like,
first week.
Amazing Race, we're like, they're all great. They're all going to make it really far.
So they might be, okay. So sometimes really smart people can come off as like intimidating to other people. They be hitting them bong rips. Um, I mean, they're Massachusetts. I'm pretty sure weed's legal there. Um, yes, there is a Tennessee team, a Tennessee Kentucky team.
Yeah, there's a Tennessee Kentucky team from I don't remember where in Tennessee and Paint Lick, Kentucky.
Um, I don't remember the name of the town in Tennessee there. But anyway, 3 words to describe Alana: talkative, excitable, and smart. Not
Okay,
shocking.
she seems like she might be annoying though.
That's what
Like
I'm
she
saying.
probably knows that she's smart
Yes, and
and
so she could be, come off as
maybe
bossy.
condescending.
Yeah, and condescending.
Yeah.
Um, so that could definitely, people may not want to align with them. They may bicker. They're dating, right? So yeah, this is going to be interesting. What do you hope to accomplish by running the Amazing Race? Alana says, I hope to gain a deeper trust and better understanding of Leo, which is like, do you not have a good understanding of him? Anyways, especially in high stress situations, my trust in myself can falter, and I want to see how much I can rely on him. We are great compliments to each other, great partners. Yeah, I want to test that. And Leo says, I want to convince Alana that I'm a keeper. So I feel like she wears the
Okay, so
pants in
there's
the
a lot.
relationship.
Yeah, yep, okay, for sure. Alana's going to be super bossy and
He's just there for the ride. He's like, I'm just here to prove that I love her.
that I am good enough, that I am worth keeping.
Yeah. So this is gonna be I don't think they're gonna line with anybody. I
Yeah, I
think
think they're going to be the team everybody doesn't like. Like they look kind of villainous. I mean, he's kind of got like this evil grin. So, um, yeah, there we go.
yeah. So there goes
That's
them. Well,
them.
that brings us to black team, girl team.
They are sisters, another sister duo, Michelle and Victoria, and they are from Louisiana.
All
Russell, you
right.
know them?
Lafayette, Louisiana. So of course we're rooting for them.
Yeah.
Michelle is 34. She's probably the one in
And
black.
she also she also is a luxury saleswoman. So they're gonna have something in common with Jerry Lee and Frank. Can you
And
believe I remember their names?
I'm proud of you. She says hashtag car saleswoman, hashtag BMW.
Okay, okay. So that's great, Michelle. Y'all look her up if you're ever in Lafayette and go buy a luxury vehicle from her.
Yeah, and she really is the ultimate saleswoman. So the question is, describe what you do. So she doesn't just say she's a car salesperson. What she says is, my profession became my passion for almost a decade now. I have been a client advisor, helping others to understand why BMW is the ultimate driving machine. I truly enjoy gaining forever relationships and making the car shopping experience into memorable milestones. Having the opportunity to be a part of so many lives is an honor I can't measure. I love what I do. Which one do you think is Michelle?
Wow.
Because the one on the left
I
screams she drives a BMW.
wait, like the left in the picture or their left?
Like the one with the ponytail, not
The
the bun.
one not with Nike on.
Correct.
Yeah,
Solid
I
black.
agree. She definitely looks like a car salesman.
She's 34. Three words to describe her: energetic, entertaining, and extra. Favorite
Yeah,
hobbies are
yeah,
playing the
that's her.
piano, playing the piano, calligraphy, cats, cooking, wine, dinner date nights with the girls, taking pictures of my delicious food. Butter and bacon almost
Okay,
always makes
like
everything
I
better.
love her. Okay?
Yeah, we're
I too
besties.
like butter and bacon and wine and dinner
Girl
dates with
time
friends.
and cats
And cats, yeah.
and
But I don't like playing the piano. But I used to do calligraphy when I was in third grade. So I could probably pick it back up and we could have calligraphy nights too. So
what excites you most about traveling, having new and exciting experiences, creating new memories, and learning about other cultures while trying all of their delicious food? So she's obviously a foodie. Um, okay.
yeah.
Um,
So
let's
then the other sister, Victoria, aka Vic, she is a physician auditor slash consultant and educator at ACS Medical Business Solutions. Okay, which one looks like they are a physician auditor and which one looks like they sell BMWs? Because
not being super stereotypical here, but homegirl on the left with the solid black shirt, my
she
left,
sells
like me looking,
BMWs.
yeah, sells BMWs, and
The one in
Vic
the Nike
is in the
shirt.
Nike,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. I'm gonna just go ahead and put my money on that. She
yeah.
audits different providers, for example, physicians, nurse practitioners, PAs, psychologists, documentation, and provides education. Okay, so yeah, she's smart.
Three words to describe her: she is kind-hearted, go-getter, and curious. And favorite hobbies are biking, sleeping, podcasts, working out, and cats. They
Oh,
both love
yes,
cats.
I love
I
cats.
hope that they get to go to the like
Cat
cat bar in Japan.
cafe. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be super fun.
they would just stay there all day.
Yeah.
Who who's confused about what's left and right? Yeah.
Not
So
us. We got it figured out, Dragon Monkey.
yeah, we know what we're talking about. Um, but they both hope to, make an continue an unbreakable bond with their sisters. They seem super close.
Mm.
It'll we'll just see like how I don't think that they win.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the BMW salesman, she seems more outgoing and easily excitable, and the other sister seems more grounded. So maybe they're going to be like a balanced duo.
Yeah,
They're going for.
Victoria says what is her greatest accomplishment? She says not letting my parents cough tiger mom cough um down by earning my bachelor's of science degree and a business minor, which led me to the best company and career. And you know,
Yeah,
I
there you go.
wonder how their parents like it. A tiger mom is like typical
Like a
Asian parent
helicopter.
that's, they're just
A
like
helicopter mom. That's what we
they want
call
their
them in
kids
the
to
South.
be smart, they want their kids to be well educated, they want their kids to have like these great jobs from their education. Um and yeah, so I'm interested. I wonder what their parents like if there'll ever be a conversation about Michelle's career path of
But I
selling
mean,
vehicles.
she sounds like she's pretty successful.
Oh
And
yeah.
she's passionate about it. It's just not, you
It's not
know,
the tiger mom way.
right,
Yeah.
right. So, all right, y'all.
Um
We are coming up to our last team, Team Baby Blue, my favorite color. And these are former Olympic hurdlers. Kelly and Lavon.
Yeah, so Kelly, 38, from Richmond, Virginia. She is an on-air personality, public speaker, strategic partnership manager for a tech company. And Lavon is 34, from Hampton, Virginia. She's a real estate impact investor and fund manager slash mortgage broker.
So they have some really accomplished people on these shows. I mean, can we just talk about the difference between The Amazing Race and Big Brother? I'm pretty certain that like 50% of the Big Brother contestants, their occupation is social media influencer, and these are like, I'm a hedge fund manager, and I am a physician auditor. I mean,
Right.
what?
Um,
I'm an
so
engineer.
these two are Olympians. They have both. Did they both win medals?
Okay, hold on. Let's go up to Kelly. I don't know which one Kelly is yet. Just give me a minute to finish reading the whole bio, Dragon Monkey, and then I'll let you know. But one of Kelly's favorite hobbies is pole dancing. So, which one do you think likes pole dancing?
Um, I feel like I don't know. I don't want to go based off looks. That's so hard. I feel like so in my head the whole time I've been thinking that Kelly is the one on the left, like this one. This one
Uh-huh.
closest to me right here is
Mhm.
Kelly. The one the lighter hair is
Is
Lavon.
Lavon.
Yeah.
So, you think
But
Kelly is the stripper?
I don't think she's a stripper just
I
because
know,
she
I'm
likes
just giving you a
pole
hard time.
dancing. But all okay, so let's talk
But
about
Kelly did win an Olympic medal, so
and they
she's a
and what
badass.
scares you most about traveling? So they both got asked this question. What scares you most about traveling? And Kelly says
Yes,
being
girl.
locked up abroad.
Yes,
And
that is the scariest thing.
Lavon says, being kidnapped or assaulted. And
Oh my God. Yes, like they are both spot on. That
these
is the
are
scariest
actual
shit for
fears.
sure.
Like I know we've all seen
Like
Elizabeth
taken.
Smart. I mean, not Elizabeth Smart. Um, Jesus, what's her name?
Well, I'm just thinking of Taken, and
They're
my dad's not
taken
Liam Neeson, so
Holloway. Holloway.
yeah. Kaylee
Um,
Holloway.
no, not Kaylee. Holloway. Anyways, Holloway. God, what's her first name? Anyways, she was, kidnapped in Aruba and
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Um,
like
mhm.
on her graduation trip.
Yeah.
Natalie.
Yeah.
Natalie Holloway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a rational fear. If
Yeah,
I would have
that's
thought about
super
it a little
scary.
more, that probably would have been my fear.
Yeah.
Traveling abroad.
To be
We
taken. Yeah.
um we traveled abroad and it was a fear of mine. Like just, you just don't know and you just don't know and things are different,
Right.
outside this
I
country
mean, I
obviously.
don't trust people in my little bitty town, so I'm sure not going to trust anybody there.
Yeah.
First time in Amazing Race history, someone said the right answer to that question. Yeah, spot on. Both of them being taken, being thrown into the clink. those are the those are the worst things.
Being yeah, the most realistic answer for sure. Um
So they win, in my opinion, because they are very realistic about life. So,
yeah. And they're Olympians. So obviously we know that they're super athletic.
yeah, and they're
Um
still young, so
yeah.
they.
They seem light and fun and I'm excited to watch them and their dynamic.
Yeah, so I like them. We like all of them, y'all.
We like all of them. So maybe I'll like share my screen on the CBS page and it shows all of them and we just
Yeah,
look at all
we
their
need to see it, and
so
Phil
we
is the
can
main character in Taken. Like he's going around and he's stabbing people trying to get Levon and Kelly back.
I cannot with y'all. Okay. So this is the full
Okay,
cast.
let's X out some people.
Okay, who's
Who's
definitely
going home
losing?
first?
Who's definitely going home first?
Okay, let me tell you. My pick for going home first is Aparna and Eswar.
Okay. Okay. My pick for going home first is um Kaylin and Haley.
Okay,
They're
I
out.
can see that.
Paula.
I can see both of those.
Yeah.
So
Who's
top
winning?
two teams, like
Top two teams.
they're running for the mat in the finale. So,
Definitely Michelle and Lavon.
yeah, Kelly and
Kelly and
LaVon.
Lavon, sorry.
Yeah, I am really, really, really on board with Kelly and LaVon. They may be my favorites. And I think Hung and She are going to do good too. But Kelly and LaVon, rooting for y'all.
Dragon Monkey says Phil is my winner pick, undefeated streak.
Yeah. Um,
He's always on the mat first.
so,
Okay. Definite winner pick. Obviously Kelly and Lavon. And coming in with them in the top 3 or 4 is ooh, I'm gonna go with the volleyball players, Riley and Madison.
okay. So, Team Bro in
Team
yellow.
Yellow and Team Baby Blue.
Yep, I'm going with Team Baby Blue and Team Maroon.
All
So,
right.
that is
High
who we think.
five. Um,
What
y'all
are
drop
y'all's
us your
opinions?
thoughts. Yeah, y'all drop us your thoughts. I know this was like a super, we just kind of went through the cast. But I mean, it's gonna we won't know these people, so we're gonna we'll be able to tell a lot from them on the first episode, which airs tomorrow night at um 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, because it comes on after Big Brother.
Yeah. So, watch Big Brother and then catch us on after it.
Yeah, so there will be the recap on, which will come on after Big Brother, and then we'll watch The Amazing Race, and then we'll be on after The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Monkey says Tar is amazing, hugely luck based on base, so it could be anyone.
Yeah. I
It
wish
is,
that they would let them get like a full 24 hours ahead of people. Like, okay, these are all the countries that are lined out, and whenever you get there, you just go through it.
but then like, how does Phil end up on all the mats?
He's a
they,
clone.
they have Phil, they got
Philbot.
Jeff, they got Julie. They all are on
Philbot.
all the mats.
Philbot and a cutout.
Okay, MLB Joey says purple and bottom red are going out early is their guess. So they guess
Um,
Will and
Aparna and
James
Eswar.
and Aparna and Eswar are
I
going out
agree on
early.
Aparna and Eswar for sure. They're definitely going out early because I just think they're going to fight. So.
Watch them win.
And MLB Joey says that the dad and son will win.
I hope so. That would make me really happy
Yeah,
if the dad
it
and son
seems so
won.
nice, and it's fun to do that with your parent.
If
I get along great with both of my parents, so I mean, in terms of getting along with them, I could do it. But I just think of like I
the
said,
like sleeping
I could
situation
not
and
travel
like
with my father because he snores so
yeah, and you
badly.
can't, and you're like sleeping in the most weird places. Like sometimes you're sleeping
Yeah,
in the airport. Like you're just,
yeah,
it takes really special people to travel well together.
yeah. So with that being said, y'all, me and Trisha are gonna apply for the Amazing Race.
We are highly considering it. Like it's just 30 days. We can do it.
Yeah,
We can
we can
part
do
from
that.
y'all for 30 days, and we're thinking about applying.
So
So,
wouldn't that be so fun?
um, we would just bring y'all entertainment just
But
because we're like, what else is there to do?
um,
John
yeah,
says,
I am really
really?
bothered by snoring. My husband snores too, and he gets so pissed at me because I wake him up multiple times a night, and I'm so mad at him. Like, please stop snoring.
Yeah,
So yeah, it bothers me.
my husband has a CPAP machine because I can't stand it.
I need to get Dusty one. Okay.
Dragon Wing says, please do. Thanks for your support. We
Yeah.
might
So,
not
but
go on now because we spilled the beans and like we're
yeah,
pre NDA breaking it.
yeah. But so
If we come back
let me
millionaires,
let me
y'all
tell
know.
y'all some problems with me and Trisha traveling.
Yeah.
First of all, neither one of us can drive a stick shift. Trisha's done it one time, and I've done it zero. So
There's that. And then we're both alpha females,
yeah,
so we would probably argue a lot.
yeah,
We'd still be friends at the end of it,
yeah.
and
But we would definitely be like, okay, bitch, go sit on the other side of the airport. I need an hour.
yeah, like, you made the wrong decision back there. This is all your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making the next decision. All things you have to take into consideration when picking an amazing
So
race.
would you bungee jump?
Okay, so I have
Like,
vertigo.
okay, I could do it.
You would have to do that.
Yeah,
I have vertigo, so I cannot go upside down. So bungee jumping, you have to go upside down,
I
obviously,
could do that.
and I would have a straight panic attack.
Could you skydive?
I feel like I could skydive. Yeah.
Okay, I could
Um.
do all of those.
So it just depends. We figure it out. I think we would make friends along the way.
Yeah,
Oh, thanks, Dragon Monkey. That means the
but
most. That
like
means the most.
like I said, I'm a petty Betty, and so if somebody wronged us, I would definitely be
For
like,
them all day.
U-turn, and
Sorry.
we'll U-turn you again the next time too.
Yeah, because we're gonna be first.
Yeah. Blake says, I've seen sibling teams be really strong in the past, even though they argue. So,
Um, Yeah, I mean, they can be really strong because they've grown up together. They know how each other
yeah,
operates. Are you too good at navigating? So I have a great sense of direction.
I
Uh,
don't, so I could drive, so I gotta learn how to drive the stick shift, y'all. So Trisha can tell me where to go.
I have an amazing sense of direction. So my mom is a truck driver, and growing up, I would ride with her all of the time. I'm so sorry about all the background noise, y'all.
It's okay.
So
It's okay.
uh, I would ride with her all the time, and I would look at maps. Like that's all I had to
Mhm.
do was look at paper maps and figure out where we were and how long it would take us to get places. And yeah.
Yeah, while you were gone, I told them all that, like, I still get lost in Shreveport sometimes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, okay? So I'm really bad with directions.
I have a
North,
photographic
south.
memory as well. That is a perk of mine.
Well, I can
You have
remember.
like a you have like you just remember things. But I have a
Yeah,
photographic memory. But I don't remember things at
okay.
all.
Yeah. So I think we can do it.
We're
So,
gonna be the best team ever. We probably won't even make it on the show, y'all. But just know that I I mean I really just wonder if people actually apply for the Amazing Race,
yeah.
like, but like, or do they just end up on there
Well,
because they apply for like big
I mean, I
money?
know a lot. No, well, I mean, I think it's kind of the opposite. I know that they've said a lot of people, like Parvati, she applied for the Amazing Race, and they were like, you know what show you'd be good on? Survivor. And they poached her from the Amazing Race. And I know that there's a lot of people, especially like in the earlier days of the Amazing Race, that they stole for Survivor.
Huh? Well, they cannot steal me for Survivor.
Hard pass on that one.
I
So
will die. Just don't lose your passports. I need to get my passport
I'm
renewed.
I'm really organized. I'll keep track of our passports.
Yeah, Kylie with the binder checks, able to get everything
It's a
organized.
100, y'all.
I keep my stuff organized, and I have become a really light packer. So,
We've got
uh,
it.
yeah, I think we've got it. I think we've got it. We may need to like work out and like run a little bit before we go, but
Yeah, for sure. But
other than that,
like I'm athletic. We're
yeah,
both smart.
we're
So
so hilarious.
we're so funny. We get along with everybody.
I feel like we're just talking to ourselves. Like our chat's like, nah.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
So
well, that brings us to the end of our show. We'll leave on that note where we're kind of funny, we're kind of not. Um, leave that up to y'all. Um, get out of here. Get out of here. Kylie, take your contacts back out. I liked it when you couldn't see the comments.
That was funny. Good one, Dragon Monkey.
Challenge is coming up, y'all. I can't wait. Woo, I cannot wait. It's gonna be so good. All right, so we do have the Amazing Race episode airing tomorrow. So be sure to check us out where we'll see if mine and Kylie's predictions are all wrong because, like we said, we're totally casual viewers. We just watch the episodes. We don't really keep up with much else. I watched the early episodes. Kylie watched these last few seasons. Um, so, oh, trying to catch the chat. Thanks, Blake. We're still listening. Thank y'all. Um, real MVPs here. So
It's a double episode. I don't know the answer to that.
we don't know. We're that casual, okay? We're that casual.
Um,
So we'll catch y'all tomorrow at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. After the
or
Amazing Race
10
airs.
if it's a double episode.
Yeah, we don't know. But we'll be on right after. So, giving our immediate thoughts on the episode and then immediate thoughts of the cast. So, super excited. Come back. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you get a notification every time we go live. Hit us with a thumbs up and drop us with a comment on how we're doing. It helps us keep bringing you guys content. So, let us know what you're thinking on our shows. All right, Kylie,
And
anything else?
tune in the morning for our live feed update.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for our Big Brother live feed update, and pretty exciting things happening there too. Don't want to give y'all too much, but there's some conversations happening that are interesting.
So
So,
you want to watch. We got some tea for y'all.
yep. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Subscribe, thumbs up, drop us a comment, and we'll see y'all tomorrow at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time talking about Big Brother.
Cheers.
Cheers, Kylie. Bye, y'all.